started brewing about 8 or 9 years ago, kind of seriously. Going from home brewing was a big leap to having a functioning brewery. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of equipment, a lot of things to set up. We've got 2,000 square feet here, and how do we cram a brewery into this and still have a place for people to come visit us and drink beer? Originally, I had the whole walk-in cooler with all the kegs, and it just wasn't that realistic.
A cold storage room just wasn't going to work for us. Kegging wasn't going to work for us. It just wasn't the space.
Originally we thought about doing bright tanks, because the obvious way is you serve out of your bright tanks, and then I was trying to figure out how to lay those out. And the problem with bright tanks is you have to clean them, you have to have access to the front of them, so now you can either line the whole wall with all these bright tanks, and none of it fit in the space.
Space means a lot more brewing options. The fact that we can have 12 beers on tap gives us a lot more options. We only have one bright tank, and it turned out that we really didn't need to, because carbonation goes by very quickly, and then we can transfer it into the serving tanks.
The biggest benefit to me with these tanks is that we carbonate our beer, and once it's in the bag, that carbonation level is what it stays at. So it doesn't matter if we're running 20 psi on top of the bags, it's not going to over-carbonate our beer. It stays at the carbonation level that we intended when it enters the tank. That's one of the coolest parts of these tanks, is that our CO2 levels can be different for different styles and still pushed with the same pressure air, and have our lines balanced for that pressure air, and it just works really well.
The beer is the best part. It's amazing.
The beers were just incredible.
Customer feedback has been very positive. We've had a lot of people they walk in and they go, wow, this looks great.
There's definitely a benefit to the serving tanks. For Mad Mole, it's probably the space, because we wouldn't have as big of a tap room without them.
Paul Mueller's been great to work with. I'd definitely recommend them if they fit your application. They make a lot of sense when you're serving beer on premise and you don't want to deal with kegs, or if you have a tight location and you need to put a lot of beer on the wall. There's no way we could get that many kegs in that amount of space. It's just not possible.